Good day and welcome to this Wednesday edition of Erongo Talk here in Walvis Bay at the Walvis Bay Lagoon Chalets. My name is Adolf Kaure and I will be your host for today. So today we'll have an interview with that is Ilanza Klein, who is the owner of Flamingo Couriers, which is part of the Aramex Couriers company. She will tell us more about that specific company, as well as Coastal Couriers, which is also another branch or franchisee of Aramex. We'll also be talking to Martie Keeve, who is the winner of the Biosafety Arts Challenge. Apart from that, I'll also be bringing you the news, weather, as well as the tides. So don't go anywhere. Here is today's calendar day. It is now time for the news here at the Walvis Bay Lagoon Chalets. So in our first story, two elderly persons were attacked at their home in Ocean View, Swakopmund yesterday morning. So the police arrested three men after allegedly entering the property in Agabuntes Street forcefully and attacked the two residents. So according to a police report, the three men entered the home where 67-year-old Rian Boyson as well as 65-year-old Elizabeth Lizette Rousseau reside. So Rousseau was busy attending an online fitness training session, and the men reportedly attacked Boyson with their fists and a panga while they held Rousseau down. So the stolen properties include 4 Samsung cell phones, 1 Seiko watch, and cash of 500 Namibian dollars. And the total estimated value of these goods is 28,250 Namibian dollars. I repeat, 28,250 Namibian dollars. And the recovered goods are the 3 cell phones, which are all Samsung Galaxy phones, as well as cash of 240 Namibian dollars and a Seiko watch. So the suspects, their age ranges from 21, 25 and to 36-year-old. All men have been arrested. And in some business news, as the domestic economy remains in a recessionary state, which appears to have been prolonged by the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic and a low vaccination rate, is expected to keep the rental market in a coma and at the back of a muted demand. So according to Franz Usiku, who is the market research manager at First National Bank, the residential rental index posted an annual contraction of 3.1% at the end of March this year from a 0% a year earlier. So Usiku notes that the 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom and 3-bedroom segments saw an annual rental contraction of 0.8%, 2.8% and 1% respectively. So these patterns highlighted the widespread affordability issues amongst tenants and the increased demand for multifamily renting units to support affordability in these economic challenging times, Usiku pointed out. And finally, in more business news, Namibia Breweries Limited won gold, silver and bronze at the 2021 African Beer Cup, an annual competition that awards the greatest beers in Africa according to various categories, from American wild ale to spiced beer and everything in between. So NBL won silver in the Amber Multi-European Lager category for its Urbach beer, while NBL owned craft microbrewery Swakopmund Brewery Company, located in the Strand Hotel Swakopmund, took home gold in the strong European beer category for its Urbach beer, as well as bronze in the amber bitter European beer category for its Helles beer. So according to SBC's brewmaster Ron Richmond, it is a joy for us to go through all the precise processes to deliver products that others in turn enjoy. Well, that is very, very interesting indeed. So that concludes the news bulletin for today. Do go out and check out our website, which is www.erongo.com.na, to check out these stories and more.
The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 brings you exhibition excellence and will be taking place from 26 to 31 August at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds. The theme this year is Gearing for a Smart Economy. This year, exhibitors have their option to showcase their products and services at the Ongwediva Trade Fair Showgrounds or virtually via a special trade fair website. Apply for a stand at www.oatf.com.na. Call 065 230 191. Email info@oatf.com.na. The Ongwediva Annual Trade Fair 2021 is proudly sponsored by MTC, FNB, Nedbank, Ongwediva Town Council.
All right, I'm here with Ilanza Klein, who is of the Aramex franchise. How are you doing?
I'm well, and you? Thank you, Adolf.
I'm doing very well. So, Ilanza, tell us more about this new franchise or the new part of Aramex that you have started.
Okay, so Aramex franchise, that falls under Coastal Couriers, but my legal name would be Flamingo Couriers. As Aramex, we offer global shipping solutions. So that means I can bring any package from anywhere in the world right to your doorstep. Flamingo Couriers also, we offer sea freight, air freight, international express, local, any local shipping. So anything you need or require, we can bring to your doorstep. We also have an amazing product called aramexglobalshopper.com. So that is when you can shop on a website like AliExpress or eBay or Amazon, and they send it to your local address, your local shipping address. You get 28 addresses worldwide, and we bring it to you on for very cost effective. Bring it to your doorstep, your shopping from any shopping website, anywhere in the world. We bring it to you.
Wow, this is an unbelievable initiative. But going back to your baby, when was it formed? When was Flamingo formed?
Flamingo was formed in, I would say, 2016. Okay. So it's still a new business. Yeah. It's still a very young business. That's why we're always trying to come up with new ideas and new ways to attract more customers, especially here in Namibia. We feel so isolated from the rest of the world. Yes, normally when we want to shop online, it says, sorry, we don't deliver to that country, Namibia. So we're offering solutions now for you to bring anything in from anywhere in the world to your door. And I think the best thing that we want to do is to reach more customers and to let them know of this amazing product that we have.
Right, and we are obviously here at the Coastal Couriers office. When are you guys open? What are your trading times, and where can we also find you online?
Okay, so on Facebook you can find us under Coastal Couriers and Flamingo Couriers. We also have a website, www.coastalcouriers.com.na. You can also, here's my information, telephone numbers, my email, and yes, please give us a call. Our trading hours are from 7:30 until 6 in the evening, Saturdays until 12 o'clock.
Okay, COVID-19 has really hit us, I'm sure, and it has affected all of us directly and indirectly. Yes. What have been some of the challenges that you have received, Aramex as well as Coastal Couriers?
I think the biggest issue right now is importing from South Africa, exporting. Our deliveries and our collections have been compromised in South Africa, which is a big part of our business. And then also flight availability. For Aramex and Flamingo Couriers, flight availability, not having that all the flights anymore, and the cut-off times and the restrictions, and it's just had a large impact on so many companies and people. That's why we must support local now. We must try and support local businesses and to try and keep your doors open.
And also, like you're talking about flights and so on. For us to return back to normal, we obviously have to adhere to the preventative measures. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck at this stage where we have to always, maybe things like 10 people per gathering will remain there unless we keep sanitizing and such. So what is your word on that for people out there? Because this has a spin-off effect, and it has like it's like a snowball effect for everyone and all businesses. So what is your word out there?
Well, we try and sanitize. We also try and sanitize the boxes. We wear gloves and we dispose of the gloves. We wear our protective gear around our face. Sanitizing is obviously one of the biggest solutions to this problem. We have it in each vehicle. Everybody has their own sanitizing equipment. We also have fogging machines. And that's our way of trying to curb the spread. We also do rapid testing here. So if you feel unwell, we do rapid tests, and then we send you for a COVID test. Okay. And then you have to self-isolate for 2 weeks. So we're taking the necessary measures from our side.
So that the rapid test is for your employees, but or can the public also come?
No, only for our employees, yes.
That's wonderful. And also when it comes to like the goods that you guys deal with here at Coastal Couriers and Aramex, what kind of goods can people courier through your services?
Anything.
Bring it.
We'll find a solution.
Even if it's a cake, bring it. We'll put it in a box.
We do cakes. We do cakes. We do same-day deliveries between Windhoek and Swakop and Walvis Bay. So we do cakes, koeksisters, fish, meat. We get, strange things sometimes, but we do everything. We do dogs. We've had goats. We've had little ducklings. Wow. We can do anything.
But obviously, what kind of ways do you guys make sure that what is in your packaging is legal? Do you guys perhaps obviously there is confidentiality, yes, but just to make sure that you are not also accidentally in the wrong side of the law, what do you do to make sure that things that are being transported is legal?
So at Aramex we have a thing called unknown shipper. So then we are legally, we have the right to open your package, check your invoice if it's the same things, and to make sure that no illegal goods are shipped. But this is only for overseas. Unfortunately, we do not have that right for local goods being shipped. The parcels are brought here closed, so for me to open a package going to Windhoek, there's a fine line between breaching the
someone's
confidentiality, yes.
Okay, Ilanza, what is your last word out there for the public who are watching?
I would just like to say we should keep on supporting each other during this difficult time, and that we should keep sanitizing, stay at home, and be safe. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
So saam met ons vandag is Martie Keeve. Sy het die Biosculpture Skills Challenge gewen. Hi Martie, hoe gaan dit?
Goed, dankie met jou, Irene.
Het gaan goed. So Martie, kan jy ons 'n bietjie vertel van die challenge wat jy gewen het? Hoe het die inskryfproses gewerk en wat was julle challenge geweest?
Ek het die kompetisie op Instagram gesien en ek het besluit om in te skryf want dit het soos 'n goeie geleentheid gelyk. Hulle het judges gehad van oor die wêreld. Dit is mos 'n wêreldwye kompetisie in biosculpture. En so daar was 'n judge van Nederland, 'n judge van Canada, 'n judge van Ghana en obviously nou Suid-Afrika. En ja, dit was net lekker om in te skryf. Dit was 'n lekker challenge geweest.
So Martie, julle moes Namibië nou in hierdie naalkuns verteenwoordig. Hoekom het jy die ontwerpe gekies wat jy gekies het?
Die ontwerpe wat ek gekies het, is maar basically goed wat Namibië bekend maak. Soos kolmanskap byvoorbeeld is oral bekend. Die kudu het ek gekies omdat dit vir my baie mooi dier was. Die himba obviously is net in Namibië. Dis echt Namibies. Die jetty is mos maar net 'n mooi ding van Swakopmund hier by ons. En dan die ander ene was die sausage vlei is ook wêreldbekend. So ek het gedink dit is maar net die beste goed om te kies. Daar is eintlik so baie om van te kies, maar ek het gedink hulle 5 is die beste.
Okay. So Martie, ongeveer hoe lank het dit jou gevat om hierdie 5 ontwerpe te doen?
Ons het 'n hele maand gekry van dit hulle die kompetisie geloods het. En so ek het maar elke wanneer en dan het ek nou maar 'n tydjie gemaak daarvoor, maar as ek ene begin het, het ek hom klaar gemaak en dit het my soos 'n hele namiddag gevat om net eenetjie te doen.
So Martie, op daai noot, wat is een ding wat jy as naaltegnikus vir jou klante sou sê? As ek nou by naaltegnikus inloop, wat wil jy hê ons moet weet?
Dis maar altyd die ding van naels, goeie naels of mooi netjiese naels vat tyd. Dis maar al wat ek wil sê is, wees tog maar geduldig met jou naaltechnician. Sy het tyd nodig om dit netjies te doen.
En dan Martie, kan jy vir ons 'n bietjie vertel hoe jy in die naalkuns in gekom het?
Jong, ek het jare terug toe ek nog op skool was al my eerste kursus gedoen en daai tyd het ek dit nie regtig so baie geniet nie, want 'n ou is nie lus om 2 ure te spandeer aan naels nie. Jy's mos jonk, jy wil nog ander dinge doen. So ek het dit heel wat later, het ek eers weer die kursus heel oor gedoen, 8 jaar terug. En toe is daar ook mos nou nie, dit was nou weer Pinterest en Instagram, alles wat jou 'n bietjie kan inspireer. So toe is dit vir my verskriklik lekker om al hierdie nuwe idees en goed te sien en die nuwe produkte wat intussen uitgekom het, soos Biosculpture se HP gel, die high pigment, hy is amper soos 'n acrylic paint, maar is 'n gel, so hy werk verskriklik lekker. So ja, dit is maar vir my net een van Biosculpture se produkte is 100, dit is net die beste. So ja, dit is hoekom ek hou van nail art.
Ja. So Martie, vir naalkuns begin nou die lig sien in Namibië, veral onder jong dames wat dit so half bekend doen, jong entrepreneurs. Wat sal jy vir 'n jong vrou wat nou hier sit en kyk en dink, okay, maar ek wil ook hierdie tipe naalkuns kan doen soos Martie Keeve. Wat sal jy vir haar sê?
Ek sal vir haar sê, ontgin jou talent en as dit jou passie en jou liefde is, doen soveel moontlik kursusse as wat jy kan. Of kyk YouTube video's as jy dit nie kan bekostig om kursusse te doen nie, maar regtig kry vir jou 'n idol in die bedryf en vra vir haar om 'n kursus by haar te doen. Dit help regtig verskriklik baie om soveel as moontlik te leer.
So Martie, lig ons gou 'n bietjie in, wie is jou idol?
Dis 'n Hongaryse tweeling. Hulle is van Hongarye, Ushvari en Barbara. En hulle is ongelooflik goed met die naels. Hulle doen gesigte wat so reël lyk. Dit is ongelooflik. So ek wil nog graag by hulle leer. Ek het ook nog nie. Maar dit is maar duur, so ek spaar nog 'n bietjie vir dit.
So Martie, ten laaste, kan jy vir my sê wat jy nog vorentoe in hierdie rigting wil doen en bereik?
Ag, ek weet nie regtig nie. Ek begin oorweeg om ook kursusse te doen. Maar ja, 'n mens weet nie wat die toekoms vir jou inhou nie. Ek wil graag nog verbeter in dit wat ek doen. Definitief, want daar is nog baie om te leer vir my. Maar miskien in die toekoms sal ek ook dalk 'n kursus of 2 wil aanbied.
Ek sal graag by jou wil leer. So Martie, sê gou vir die kykers voor ons jou nou finaal laat gaan. Sê gou vir die kykers, hoe kan hulle jou in die hande kry as hulle 'n pragtige stel naels by jou wil laat doen?
Op die oomblik is ek bietjie vol bespreek. Ek hou daarvan om soos bruide se naels te doen of matriekafskeid. Die kliënte wat nie elke 3 weke hoef terug te kom nie. Daar ek sal altyd plek maak vir hulle. En dan kan julle op my Instagram gaan kyk na my werk. Dit is @Martie Keeve nails of op Facebook by Martie's Polished Pinkies.
Okay, lieflik, baie dankie Martie.
Marie.
So dit was dan nou Martie Keeve.
The 5 best kept secrets to get your teams engaged and performing again. Hi, I'm Rowan van Dijk, your relational leadership coach. I provide tips and tools that allow you to create commodities of trust in your teams and organizations. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below and remember to also ring the bell to be notified of any future videos. As we all know, this feeds the algorithm and it allows me to put out more content for you to watch. Remember, stick around to the end of the video where I will be giving you a free tool to measure the engagement of your team. Quick question before we start. Are you battling to get your teams engaged? If you are, I would like to hear from you. So hit the like button and put your frustration in the comments below. As promised, here are the 5 secrets for getting your teams more engaged. Secret number 1, have a heart. I'm sure you've all heard of Cupid, who is presumed to shoot his arrow through the heart of the person you love to get them to love you. I used to play darts when I was younger, and there were many times that I would attempt to hit the bullseye, but because that part in the center of the board was so hard, my dart would simply bounce off the dartboard and land on the floor. If your heart is hard, you will not be able to have a heart for your team. You will have no sympathy for them. And as a result, all your actions and thoughts will be centered around yourself. Having a heart means that you look out for your team. You put their interests before your own, and for the betterment and the better good of the team as a whole. Remember, for you to love others and have empathy for them, you first have to learn to love yourself. Secret number 2, affirm them regularly. My kids both played various types of sport when they were at school and even afterwards. And I would try to get to as many matches as my work would allow. But even when I did not attend, they would always want to know from me afterwards what I thought of the game. For example, my son would tell me of the massive 6-y hit in cricket in an attempt to win my approval. So you see, you need to celebrate the successes of your team, no matter how small they may be. It's not the level of the success achieved that matters that much. It's the actual success itself. They need to know that you support them and appreciate them, even when they are not successful. You need to realize how important a simple pat on the back can be for building the morale of your team and subsequently getting their trust and support. Secret number 3, build togetherness. There is a proverb that states that 2 are better than 1 because together they work more effectively. But a rope with 3 cords is hard to break. You cannot achieve your goals and objectives on your own. That's why you have a team. So stop trying to do it all alone. If you have a heart and you affirm them regularly, your team will stand behind you. You will be stronger than a rope with 3 strands. In fact, you'll probably be more like a reinforced steel cable. Togetherness allows the team to operate as a unit, and thereby ensuring your team's objectives will be reached without you having to put in all the effort. And the best part, your team will function at 100% and better, simply because they trust you and they want to please you. Secret number 4, actions speak louder than words. I can remember years ago, somebody once made a comment that talk is cheap, but money buys the whiskey. What they were actually alluding to was the fact that actions speak louder than words. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Do it. As a leader, it's good to plan. Henry Ford once remarked that a plan that is not implemented or put into action is simply a dream. So don't be a dreamer, be a doer. Show your team through your actions that you value them and their efforts. Having a heart and affirming them regularly will build togetherness. But you doing what you promise and backing your team and sticking up for them are the actions that they will be able to see that will confirm to them that you are not just doing lip service. If you say you're going to do something, do it. If they are struggling for whatever reason, roll up your sleeves and get in the trenches with them. Secret number 5, expect the unexpected. Things are not always going to go the way you planned. Just look at what happened to us through COVID-19. Life is full of surprises. But if you have the backs of your team, they subsequently have your back, and you will bounce back from any challenge you may face as an organization or a team. Go full out to achieve your objectives and goals. But always keep in mind, you might have to implement Plan B. Communicate regularly with your team. Do not withhold information that is important to them. No, you don't have to share every little secret, but be open and transparent with the information that is important for them to perform their respective functions. The largest portion of the communication should be dedicated to regular feedback. Keeping them informed and up to date will show them that you value them, and this will get them more engaged and motivated. And then there's a 6th secret. Leadership and this process of getting your team engaged, it's a journey. Something I've learned time and time again is that nothing good happens overnight. As a leader, you didn't suddenly wake up one morning and you were a leader. No, you had to learn through experience, the same as all of us. In the same way, implementing these steps is going to not bring you overnight results. Instead, it will be a process over time. If, however, you do not persevere and be resilient in your implementation, you will not see the positive results. So implement these 6 steps. Implement them daily, and you will see the difference in your team's engagement and the levels of motivation. Always keep one eye on the future, anticipating possible change. As promised, you can access your free deep dive leadership scorecard by clicking the link in the description below. Also check out the other links to my book and to other resources that are available for you to use. Remember, subscribe to my channel, like and share this video so that others can also share in the content. And if you want to discuss this topic or other leadership queries further, please feel free to visit my website and schedule a no obligation 15-minute virtual coffee with me. See you soon.
The weather here in Walvis Bay is rather pleasant. As you can see, I'm sun-skinned. So do enjoy the weather as well as the tides here in Walvis Bay, as well as the rest of the towns in the Erongo region. With that brings us to the end of this edition of Erongo Talk. It has definitely been a pleasure having you in my company. So don't forget that we are available on all 3 social media platforms as well as YouTube. So the 3 social media platforms include Facebook, where we have a liking and a following of 80,000 followers. We're also available on Instagram and Twitter. So if you want to be part of this family of 80,000 followers, just click the like button. So we also have a website where you can catch the news as well as so much more. And this website is www.erongo.com.na. Let me repeat that for you. www.erongo.com.na. You can also send your news tips, as well as you can even just send a shout out to our WhatsApp and Telegram number, which is 0811 7000040. So send your shout outs as well as news tips, as well as videos in landscape mode to 0811 7000040. So tomorrow we'll be back, but this time in Swakopmund. Do not forget that we are still in the middle of the pandemic, so do adhere to all the preventative measures. So from me, Adolf Kaure, and the rest of the production team, the behind the scenes crew, do make sure that you stay safe. See you again tomorrow.